right, guys, welcome back to another grand episode of Tales from Helheim. We have some interesting shit to get through.
Yeah.
So, let's get through it. I suppose I should probably start since I have the main stuff for it.
Yeah, that would make the most sense. No, fuck it, we're going backwards on this episode.
All right, guys, so today we're doing a deeper dive into Possession.
My bad, hold on. I was like, yeah, we're going backwards on this shit. Like legend says, if you listen to the episode backwards, it makes sense.
Oh, no. So, the definition of a possession is an unusual or altered state of consciousness and associated behaviors purportedly caused by the control of a human body by spirits, ghosts, demons, or gods. Now, I find that God's one pretty interesting.
Yeah, I was about to say, what the fuck? Because I've only ever heard, like, possessed by, like, demons. I've never heard, like, ghosts possessing a body. Or the God's one is interesting. Huh. Never heard that one before. That's a new one.
Yeah, it's something to look into. And from what I've found, one of the first possessions is the possession of Elizabeth. I'll say Knapp. It has a K, K-N-A-P-P, but I'm assuming the K is silent. Or
No, it's Knapped.
Elizabeth Knapp. Yeah, that sounds weird.
Yeah, boy.
Of Groton, Massachusetts.
Oh, damn.
And it was documented by Samuel Willard, a prominent preacher in the Puritan, Massachusetts Bay Colony from October 30th, 1671 until January 12th, 1672. Now, this guy sent letters to the Puritan minister, Cotton Mather, who published an account of Elizabeth's possession in his Magnalia Christi Americana.
I'm sorry, which one second? His name was Cotton?
Yeah, Cotton Mather.
Like Cotton Hill?
Yeah, basically. Now, this chick was 16 at the time, and she was the daughter of a farmer and the servant of the house of Willard. Her possession, which has striking resemblance to those that are seen in Salem some 20 years later, it kind of served as insight into Puritan life and society.
Yeah.
And they say that life there was not always the greatest. Just 4 years after that case of her, the town was attacked by 400 Native Americans and all but few homes were destroyed in the act.
Why is it always like weird fucking witch and fucking demon show always happens in fucking Massachusetts?
I don't know, man. That seems to be a
What the fuck is
home.
going on there, dude?
I don't know, but they go in more to the case and saying that it's unique and strange in the aspect that it was documented and approached from a thoughtful and scientific aspect.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill.
Now,
That bitch is lying.
Now, apparently Samuel, who was the reverend in the Church of Groton, potatoes?
Oh, before we go any further, was he fucking this girl?
We'll find out.
Ooh, all right, let's go. You got me fucking Wendy Williams up in this bitch.
Yeah. So it became an issue because he was known for his sermons about damnation and obedience to God.
Mm-hmm.
One sermon in particular states that the youth of the town should be very careful because although God is ready to receive them, the devil is ready to endeavor them. Now, when Knapp, a member of his own household, began to show signs of a demonic possession, Willard took a careful and scientific approach to the situation, which was rare for the 17th century. He called in a medical doctor on several occasions and tried to find a cure for the symptoms. Now, when they could provide no explanation for her fits or anything else, they declared that it was a case of possession. And throughout the entire process, she seemed to have the most violent fits when he was present or around. Now, he carefully and meticulously documented the poor girl from day to night. anytime she showed the first signs, which happened on Monday, October 30th, 1671.
October 30th?
October 30th.
Oh.
Yep. A day
Okay.
before Halloween. Until January 12th of 1672. And at first she began to complain about pains throughout her body and grab certain body parts such as her leg, breast, and neck and yell out, particularly about strangulation.
I'm sorry. She'd grab her neck, her leg, or her breast. Ah, my tits!
Kind of. She would go through emotional fits, sometimes laughing to the point of hysterics, weeping, or screaming out. And then hallucinations followed. On several occasions, she claimed to see two persons walking around her. She stated to have seen a man floating around her, and she almost broke out into fits, particularly at nighttime, and convulse on the ground. Then she tried to throw herself into a fire. On the first Sabbath day after the symptoms appeared, she became violent, leaping and contorting her body to the point where it took 3 or 4 people to hold her down.
Damn, she litty like a titty.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
As she was throwing these fits, she would yell out the words money, money, sin, and misery, misery. Now, on the night of November 2nd, 1671, Nat made a confession of meeting with the devil, a characteristic of most possession cases. She stated that for 3 years, the devil met with her, promising her money, youth, ease from labor, and the ability to see the world. She then claimed that he presented her with the Book of Blood Covenants, which were signed by other women as well. She also said the devil had tried to get her to kill herself and others, and at that point Willard and his family were included. But she could not do that when he asked. She continued with fits and apparitions of the devil and various other spirits until the night of November 28th, in which she had a fit lasting 48 hours.
What the fuck?
Could you imagine just seeing the devil and all this crazy shit for 48 hours straight?
Damn. That makes sense why she tried jumping in the fire.
I mean, that, all the body being bent in ways that she's not supposed to. And
what I'm hearing here is that she was the greatest b-boy of all time.
Yeah, basically. But afterwards, she was in a catatonic state until the night of December 8th, in which she made the confession that after being assaulted by the devil various times, she had made a pact with him and allowed him into her bed.
Oh, she fucked the devil.
It seems like it. Willard's journal continued to state that she, throughout the month of December, goes in and out of violent fits, one much worse than the next. She talks in a strange, deep voice and made animal sounds. It is also during these few weeks that Willard states the devil talked through her body, calling him a rogue minister. You're talking that shit.
She was making animal noises. Ooh. So this is just fucking insane, dude. Fucking keep going.
So Willard's entries do not begin again until January 10th, 1672, where he writes that he met with Knapp again. She confessed to him that the devil had control of her body and that he was much more powerful than she was. She stated he also took hold of her speech and she had no control of things. And no control of things, as well as no control of things as she was saying. The night she went into a fit of hysterical crying and weeping, in which she called for Willard's presence. The fits held her till late in the night, as long as Willard tarried, which was more than an hour. I left her in them, and thus she continues speechless to this instant, January 15th. After this night, Willard ends his documentation of the possession case, stating that he will leave it to those who are more learned, aged, and judicious than he was.
Yeah.
He did conclude with his entries with a final 4 points in which he gave his final opinions about the validity of the possession case. In the first point, he stated that Knapp's distemper in no way can be counterfeit on the grounds that it's physically impossible to fake such actions.
I don't know.
The second point refers to whether or not her temper was natural or diabolical, in which he stated because of the length of her convulsions and the strength of her fits, he believed them to be diabolical. In the third point, he concluded that even though many were skeptical of the fact that the devil talked through the girl, he was convinced. He stated on several occasions she spoke with her mouth closed, her throat would swell up like the balloon, and the voices he heard were not her own. However, in the fourth point, he said he has strong doubts about Knapp making a pact with the devil. This is because she is so contradictory about the facts and what happened in her supposed meetings with the devil. He went on to give several powerful sermons in the village of Salem during the Salem witch trials in 1692, as well as discredited evidence of conviction for several women during the trials, stating that the trials should be held in a fair and legal way. After Willard stopped the entries into his journal, it has been a historical mystery what happened to Knapp. However, her case has been cited and used as examples by various historians.
That's fucking crazy. That's like one of those unsolved mysteries. Like, what the fuck happened to her?
Yeah, I mean, some people, there's theories going around. One is a strict religious atmosphere at the time. It is apparent that most possession cases took place in areas which religion was a predominant aspect of society. So that could have been responsible. And it could have been the fact that with all that religion, she felt confined in her community and frustrated, so she acted out. And then the other explanation or theory is that it was her dissatisfaction with her placement in society.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Are you a huge cunt?
Us too. Wait, can we even say cunt?
Of course! It's empowering these days. Cunt, 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 cunt. I'm Ange Ballastone, aka the drag queen, That Girl Gina.
And I'm Mike Fales, just a normal gay guy, I guess?
And we're the hosts of The Big Cunty Couch.
A gorgeous new talk show podcast where we invite queers and peers to sit, bitch, and be fierce on a huge-ass couch.
While we gab about all things gay.
So come get cozy.
And cunty.
With us. We're panned for platforms, so find us anywhere online and get listening, sweetie.
Or watching.
Or both.
Otherwise, why the hell am I in full drag?
And we'll see you on the big... Oh, wait. I thought we were going to say that together.
No. On the Big Cunty Couch. Mwah.
That's fucking crazy, dude. But I don't know, because you ever hear that theory about what happened to Salem witch trials?
Which one?
So there's a theory that the reason that people started seeing shit was because there was a fungus on the rye that they used to make their breads that they didn't know about. So it would make them fucking hallucinate. It was a hallucinogen. So when they ate the bread, that's what happened. They were all fucking tripping balls. But it's also that a bunch of girls were bored.
I have heard that theory about the chicks just being bored and making shit up and it backfiring on them.
You lying bitches!
Now you die.
How dare you accuse Tituba? I remember when we fucking read what was that book, The Crucible?
I never had to read it, thankfully.
Yeah, we had to read it in high school. Like, it's the danger. I was like, it's just a bunch of bored bitches. Wasn't one of them fucking like the minister or something like that? Or like,
I believe so, yeah.
Dude, that shit was crazy. Jerry. Alright, so let me present my 3 cases. Which the first one, now looking back at it, I don't really think it was possession. More of like it was a haunting, basically.
Alright.
But I still think it's interesting, though. So I wrote it down anyways. Because I didn't want to dive too deep into possession. Because I was doing this, yesterday, like at fucking like midnight. I was doing my research because I put it off to like last second. Damn. I done fucked up on that one.
Thinking about, huh?
Yeah.
All these things sound so familiar to what I'm going, what?
What?
Are you possessed?
No. Careful, SpongeBob. No, but I was doing this research at my sister-in-law's house, which I was by myself because they all went to Target.
Oh, nice.
So it's just me and the fucking black cat doing research while watching Tiger King season 2.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's weird, but that's for a different time. Yeah, so I have 3 cases here, 2 well-known ones and 1 not so much.
All right. Let's see
So
what
I'm
you
gonna
got.
start off with the first one is The Haunting in Connecticut.
Ba-ba-ba-bum.
So you've seen the movie, right?
I've seen the movie and I've actually seen the story on the
Okay.
person and the
Yeah,
actual event that it was based on.
Bum, bum. All right. So it starts in 1986.
I was like, damn, 1896, fuck.
In 1986, the Snedekers moved into a simple white duplex rented in Southington, Connecticut. They had at one point been a funeral home. In the basement, they found mortuary tools, including hoisting apparatuses for coffins, a medical gurney, blood drains, and toe tags.
Ooh,
No, not ooh.
gotta go there.
No, we do not. The Snedekers were reporting all kinds of evils, including apparitions, abrupt, violent personality changes in their oldest son, who was undergoing treatment for Hodgkin's disease. You know what that is, right?
Yeah, Hodgkins? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
It's fucking brutal.
Yeah, and they reported even sexual attacks. So, they getting fucked by ghosts is what I'm saying.
Yeah, basically, anyone who's seen Scary Movie 2, like that, but kind of unwanted.
So then Ed and Lorraine Warren, which they pop up a lot in
I mean, they are the most pragmatic,
demonologists. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So they proclaimed that that the house was possessed, and they launched a major media campaign around it. But some facts emerged after, like, the whole fucking media circus based around the house.
Yeah.
Including the nature of the oldest son who had a drug habit. Yeah. And he was diagnosed schizophrenic. So that's where a lot of people are, like, trying to discredit them. They're upstairs, like I said, it was a duplex, so they're upstairs neighbors that they live without any incident there, so they've never had anything happen.
Right.
It was just that family. Then the Warrens hired Ray Garden to write a book based off of the events that later came out, and he said that they had told him to sensationalize the fucking book to make it more interesting. So a lot of people are thinking that none of that shit actually happened, that the fact that it was a mortuary before was just a coincidence, that they never really had anything. If you watch the movie, it's kind of like, it seems like for sure that some of that stuff didn't happen, but I'm not
Right.
discrediting the whole thing. Yeah, so I'm not discrediting the whole thing. I'm just saying that maybe it doesn't look good that they told them to make it more interesting for the book.
Yeah, that's definitely not something you should do. I feel stuff did happen, but it might not have been as serious as they let it.
Yeah, but I mean, you also lose fucking credit if you're telling them to make it more interesting.
Yeah. This is very true.
Yeah, so that was our first case. The second case is... Give me a drum roll.
Oh, the only drum roll we have is
Oh, I'll take it. I'll take what I can get.
Hold on, I'll give you a mouth drum roll.
Yeah, that was a good math drum roll. I like
Thank
it.
you.
The second case is Amityville.
Ooh, the DeFeos.
Mm-hmm. So, let me give you some backstory on that for people that don't know. So, on November 13th, I'm going to put my scary voice on for it.
Do it.
On November 13, 1974, Ron DeFeo Jr. shot and killed 6 members of his family at 112 Ocean Avenue, a large Dutch colonial house situated in a suburban neighborhood in Amityville on the south shore of Long Island, New York. He was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 6 sentences of 25 years to life in prison. DeFeo would go on to die in custody in March 2021. In December 1975, George and Kathy Lutz and their 3 children moved into the house after 28 days later.
Wait, so DeFeo just died this year?
Yeah, that's what it's saying.
Holy shit, I'm going to have to do some research on that.
Yeah. Oh, hold on, let me get back in straight. After 28 days, the Lutz fled the house, claiming to have been terrorized by paranormal phenomenon while living there. Boom, ba doom, doom, boom, boom. Pew. All right,
Yeah.
so some facts about the case. I couldn't do the voice any longer. I got bored of it.
It happens.
I'm gonna do the other case like that. I'll go back to the voice.
There you
just
go.
for some of the facts. So some facts about the case. The Lutz only paid $80,000 on account of the murders. That's a fucking bargain right there.
Yeah, it is.
The stepfather, George Lutz, he actually dabbled in the occult.
That would not help anything.
It would not, but that's tying to our last episode. Boom. So George would wake up at 3:15 every morning. That's the time that DeFeo Jr. committed the murders.
I heard about that, which is also witching hour.
It is. What is it, between 3 and like 4?
It's 3:15 to 4:15, I believe.
Yeah, it's supposed to mock the fucking Holy Trinity. That's why 3 in the morning is like the witching hour.
Yeah.
That's crazy though. The Lutz family smelled weird smells, and they would see green ooze coming out of the walls and keyholes. But what was it in the movie? It was blood. It wasn't green ooze, was it?
No, I think
I mean-
it was blood, or it was some like weird viscous liquid.
Yeah, because I think they changed it to make it more dramatic. But that's what they had seen was green ooze coming out of the walls.
Which I mean would still be fucking like weird and terrifying.
Yeah. So the next one is the one I thought was the fucking scariest. This is when I had to stop doing some research and take like a little bit of time away from like researching, just to kind of like focus on like a funny TV show or something, because I was getting a little paranoid. Was the priest came to bless the house and heard a voice yell, "Get out!" And he told the Lutz never to sleep in that room.
Yeah, I believe in the movie that's the one where he goes in and like the whole room, like all the crosses turn upside down and
Yeah.
all that shit. It was from, you know what I've read, pretty fucking intense.
Yeah. So that was the one that kind of got me. I was like, oh, spooky. Here's some other paranormal activities that happened with the Lutzes. The garage doors would open and close on its own. There was a knife, the certain red knife that they had, that would always fucking fall off of its little fucking shelf thing.
Yeah,
The pig-like creature. Have you heard about that one?
that one I did not.
So there was a pig-like creature with red eyes that would stare at George and his son through a window.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, and George woke up to on multiple occasions to his wife and his sons levitating in their bed.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So that one I believe more. I'm more inclined to believe that one. But I believe that the Warrens, they investigated that as well.
Yeah.
And that was actually what the beginning of the Conjuring 2 or 3. I think it was
That
2.
I don't recall.
I believe it was 2, because that's when remember that they were like showing like the whole thing in the Amity and how that fucking guy killed his family and he didn't know what he was doing.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when she had the vision about the nun that was gonna kill Ed.
Yeah. I love how the nun is in like every one of the things. Like there's something mentioning the nun.
I liked the nun in that one. I didn't like the nun in the Nun movie, because I feel like it was a lot scarier when you'd only catch glimpses of her, but when they do like the whole fucking thing, like, oh, she's just paled with yellow eyes, like, this bitch got malaria?
I mean, until she fucking opens her mouth and devours your whole body in one fucking swallow.
Oh yeah? You're like, that is not what I meant.
I said whole body, not whole chode.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but that's crazy that fucking DeFeo only died in custody on 2021. I should have done more research into that, but yeah, they had him. Shit, dude, what was that, 974?
Damn, I would have loved to have interviewed that guy.
Yeah, that's crazy. He got 6 fucking life sentences. That's a lot of life sentences.
25 to life.
So let me fucking go back to they only paid $80,000 for that huge ass house. Would you have done that? Would you have, if they'd be like, hey, fucking 6 people got murdered in this house? Would you buy that house though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
Because, I mean, I know I didn't do anything. I'm not going to get fucked over.
I know, like if they would have like held the house after they moved out, because they probably sold it to be able to buy a new place. But I'd be like, we're camping on outside, guys. And then when the occult takes another boom in the fucking early 2000s, we'll fucking sell it for even more.
Yeah, guys. 6 people were killed in this house. $500,000.
But do you remember that band Yellow Card?
Oh god, I
There's a
fucking
place
hated
in
them.
Ocean Avenue. Yeah, their house is on Ocean Avenue. Is that the place that he knew?
Maybe
Oh my god,
a very, very bad one.
I'm gonna take you to bone down at this fucking house. 6 people got murdered in.
Yeah, it's.
Oh yeah, Pig Like Creature, you like watching through the window?
I mean, they say they found some weird shit there too.
Like what?
It was. I can't remember if there was like a ritualistic style or
Oh.
sacrificial stuff there as well.
Do you think that would have been the fucking stepdad than the George Lutz? Because he was into the occult.
No, they're saying he ended up stumbling upon it, I believe.
Oh shit, oh fuck. Alright, that's something, dude.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, that place was fucked.
Alright, let's move on from that one. 'Cause that was interesting though, but
Yeah.
yeah. So the last case I have is in Germany. Let me go back to the sexy voice.
Ist eine Schlampe.
Frechty Deutsch.
Kann ich etwas Wasser haben, bitte?
Suck it, Deutschland. Alright, so you ready for the last one?
I think we are.
Alright, you want me to go back to the voice?
I mean, you can try.
What do you mean I can try? I fucking nailed that voice.
You say it's a scary voice, but
It's
to me
not
it sounds
scary.
like you're really
It's
relaxed.
It's not supposed to be scary. It's my Ben Stein voice.
It just sounds
Bueller.
like you're relaxed.
Bueller. Alright, I'll just use my regular voice for this one. Until I can adapt a better one.
I have faith in you.
Where are the other drugs going? Alright. In 1842, in a German village... in 1842, German villagers noticed strange going on at the home of 28-year-old woman Gottlieb Deitis. I'm going to just call it Deitis. Deitis claimed her house was haunted and soon began to slip in and out of trance-like states, which I actually have a story involving my fiance with something like that.
Oh god.
Yeah, so trance-like states, but it was only when a religious pastor commenced an exorcism that things truly went nuts. Deitis became violent, requiring physical restraints. Isn't that usually the case though? Whenever they start fucking doing like exorcisms,
I mean,
it was
that
like
is
swinging around and scratching and shit. So you have to. Why wouldn't you just start with the restraints?
that is in the stages.
I would just fucking restrain starting off before the exorcism, before she starts swinging on you. So for 2 years, during which the pastor performed various exorcism rites, Deitis vomited glass, nails, and blood.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Finally, Deitis informed everyone that the demons were gone and stated that Jesus is victor. But let's fucking run it back to she threw up glass and nails.
Like fingernails or nails?
No,
nails.
like nails.
Yeah, I mean, if you would have done that just on your own, if you would have eaten the nails just to vomit them or glass just to vomit them, you would have been dead
That'd be
from all the
fucking
fucking cuts.
Oh yeah, that'd be hilarious. And he goes, blah, and they're like, oh my god, there's glass and nails. Ta-da!
Yeah, no, they'd be dead after eating the shit. I mean, yes, there's a few cases of people who can, fucking eat anything, but
Yeah, but
that's far and few between.
there was one that was fucking stumbled upon that they had thrown up a fucking like a small snake. And I was like, how the fuck does, I don't even know, but you would assume the stomach acid would kill the snake.
I mean, if it was in there long enough, yeah.
Yeah, but they're gonna be like, let's fucking do the exorcism, but hold on, I gotta use the bathroom. Fucking swallow a small snake and be like, I'm ready.
Yeah, I don't think that is anything that was done under false pretenses. Like I said, anything that dangerous, your ass is gonna die.
Yeah.
Unless you fucking swallowed a bag of lead.
Oh, yeah. But for fucking 2 years having to be exercised, though, that's fucking insane.
Well, I mean, with that much exercise, she was fit as fuck.
Those fucking ripped.
She was like the fucking Arnold of Germany.
She was ripped in the name of the Lord.
Yeah, I mean,
R.I.P. that exorcism.
that shit would suck. That would
Yeah,
be
but-
a hell of a lot of torment to go through.
So out of all of the cases, which one do you think was the fucking weirdest? Or fucking scariest. Let's go with that.
Well, I mean, weirdest, yeah, would have been the Germany one, but the freakiest, I still find the Lutz.
Amityville?
Yep.
Yeah, my question is, who owns that house now?
I don't know, but I know that they've done that and they've let people go in.
Yeah.
And they've said they've had no activity. That's why it's become kind of like a controversial thing these days.
Yeah, because I've read that a lot of people thought that the Lutzes were lying about it as well. Because when they had that supposedly one of the writers that was like writing the Amityville book, that he had gone in with the Lutzes and then they had a fucking bunch of wine, and then that they came up with a fucking scary story to get public like attention for the house. I'm assuming you do that to be able to sell it for even more than what you paid for.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Because think about it, the 6 murders would drop the fucking... It's going to drop the price of the house, so they picked it up for fairly cheap.
Yeah, but if they picked it up for fairly cheap, then what would be the point of selling it? Being it was a decent-looking house.
Fuck it, you can make more money off of that. You're picking up a house for $80,000, and then you're like, oh, well, there's already history behind it that was murdered. Let's say it's fucking haunted. And there's going to be a lot of people that want to fucking go into a haunted house or own their own fucking haunted house, especially with something that has that much history behind it.
I don't know. I'd like to go there.
Actually, I'm going to fucking Zillow that house real quick.
I would actually really like to go to, what is it called? Waverly Hills Sanatorium still.
Oh, yeah, you've talked about that.
That is the goal place to go. Like, that is the must go investigate location. So much terror and craziness there.
Oh, okay. So, as of the last listing in June 2016, and it was sold in March 2017 for $605,000. So that's a pretty high jump off point from the $80,000 that the Lutz had bought it on for.
Well, but you also got to think of it. That's 80,000 then. What would that have equated to now?
Good point. See what it was worth in 2021.
Inflation, my boy. Inflation.
Oh, shit. The Amityville house is on sale for $850,000 now. And they changed the address too, because it was at 112 Ocean Avenue. Now it's 108 Ocean Avenue.
How can you change your street address?
You buy more land and just destroy the rest. I don't know, but that's crazy. It's fucking up for sale again.
I wonder why.
Does anybody live in the Amity house? Oh, no, because it's for sale.
Well, normally people live in there until it sells. Well, some people do.
Yeah, because it was bought in 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21. So whoever was there lived there for 4 years.
It's not very long.
It is not. Can you rent the Amityville house?
No, probably not. They're
no,
probably just straight, you gotta buy this bitch.
What I'm saying, dude, is that has a lot of rooms. Let's fucking invest in fucking the Amityville house and turn into a fucking, what is it, a bed and breakfast?
There you go.
Dude, that'd be sick as fuck.
You can sleep and get murdered here.
Oh, yeah. That's fucking crazy, though, that that DeFeo dude, did he claim insanity, or what was his fucking defense, though?
I'm not sure. I believe he did claim insanity, but I can't remember. Either that or possession.
That's always a tough case when you fucking claim possession. He's a big guy, was possessed by the devil. I'm like, where are you?
Yeah, and remember, demons don't actually go into bodies.
They do not.
Which is another mistake way too many people make. But what about this thing with your fiance you were speaking of?
Oh, yeah, I was telling her yesterday about what today's episode was going to be about.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, it's about possessions and all that. She's like, I was possessed once, and she told me this while we were in the drive-thru at a Burger King.
Oh,
I was like, the fuck you just say? Like, oh, no, yeah. So then when we got to her sister's house, her sister enlightened me a little bit more.
Right.
So she was sitting down with so my fiance was sitting down with her sister and her brother's wife, which would be what, her sister-in-law?
Yes.
Yeah, and they were talking, and her sister-in-law, they were telling me she's not like super religious, she's not like into like God and all that, but that's what they were talking about.
Mhm.
And that they just both looked at my fiance, and that she like looked off, like she was zoned out, which I mean she does from time to time. I've noticed her doing it.
Space cadet.
She's in the Space Force. But
She's in the Space Force.
yeah, but then that she was like foaming at the mouth, and she was zoned out, and they asked her if she was okay.
It's
And
because she found out Taylor Swift sucks.
Oh my god, dude, she's gonna fucking fight you. So she like leaned forward and she's like, I'm gonna be sick, and she fucking started throwing up on the floor. And that's not like the first time. That there's been a couple of times like in her family that they thought that somebody was possessed because like their voice changed. Like they told me a story yesterday where my fiance used to stay at her brother's house like overnights when they were younger, and her cousin, that one night he woke up. Well, my fiance woke up. It was like, I think he said like 3 or 4 in the morning, and that he was like, her nephew was standing over her, and I think they're about the same age or a little bit younger. But he was standing over her, and he was just like looking at her. He's like, "Fucking bitch!" And then he like, fucking, that his face looked all different, and shit, and his voice didn't sound like him. And then her brother too. That one time that he looked different. Like she said, his face looked distorted, and that he started chasing her around and yelling at her.
The hell? What was he yelling?
I don't remember what she had said, but I would like to get her on here at least once so she can tell the stories, because I don't know them as much as she does.
Right.
But I was like, oh, so you guys fucking have possessions going on in your family too. I was like, there's just something going on with you.
They're connected to the occult.
I don't know, dude. They probably are, because then they told me, it's like, yeah, they used to live at Devil Estates over there by what was it, 3 Points past the casino? Like, they lived in Devil Estates. I was like, wow, y'all just making it easy for them at this point.
Devil Estates, you're possessed. Yeah, kind of goes together.
Oh yeah. Plus the fucking their dad's house is. Oh no! Did they tell you what happened the other day?
No.
So when you want to go give me a jump start,
Yes.
her sister is telling me, she's like, yeah, you never gave me the thing to the podcast. I was like, oh, I forgot to send you the link to it. And for the episode at her dad's house, because she told me the other day that he was sitting in the living room in the house by himself, and then he heard something from the other side of the house, the side that we investigated. Something fell and broke.
Oh shit.
And he was like joking to himself. He's like, oh, must be the ghost. But then he had to go fucking like, and he's like, yeah, he went to go look, but he said he did it very carefully because he didn't know what was going on. And then he didn't find anything. So he was like, oh, it was probably the cats inside the house, which those cats don't get inside the house very often.
Yeah, I mean, cats are assholes, but
Yeah, I don't think,
depending on what's broken, I doubt it.
I don't think he ever found what was broken.
So just phantom noises.
Like, careful, something's trying to fucking bring you on that side of the house. Because even when I've been there, I don't think I've ever seen him go on that side of the house either. Just that time that we went. Because, like, he works around his house and all that, but I think he stays on to the other side of the house.
I wonder why.
I don't know, dude, because, I mean, when we went in, you saw where his bed was and all that. And then he has a bunch of rooms, but he doesn't stay in any of the rooms.
Yeah, which makes no sense. Like, if you don't believe anything is there, why are you avoiding a whole side of the house?
Yeah, because what does he have? He has... I want to say it's like a 4 or 5 bedroom house.
I think it's 4.
Yeah, because it's, when you walk in, it's 1 here, 2, 3, yeah, it's like 4 then. It's a 4 bedroom house, but he's still sleeping in the living room there.
Yeah, which doesn't add up.
I don't know, because I talked to my fiance. She's like, oh yeah, he's always done that. He's always slept in the living room, but that's because he had kids there. I would understand if the kids need their own room, but it's just him now, so I don't know why he just doesn't move into like one of the rooms and all that. But I don't know. I think there's something more there, but he doesn't want to let up.
It's highly possible.
Yeah,
it is very highly possible.
Yeah, because I think it's more like if you admit to it, then you have to kind of Now you have to kind of face what's there.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Well,
Don't acknowledge it.
we'll see what happens, I suppose.
All right, man. I think we should probably wrap this episode fairly soon.
Did you want to let them know what the next episode will be?
Ooh, yeah. So we're talking, and we came up with a fairly. I think it's pretty cool. We're gonna come up. Next episode is gonna be haunted items.
Haunted slash
boom.
cursed.
Yes, cursed items. Sorry, that's what I meant. I meant cursed items.
Ba-ba-ba-boom.
You want to do a cursed slash haunted? I'll do the cursed items. You can look at the haunted stuff.
That works for me. Annabelle, here I come.
Oh my god! All right, guys. So you know the ending. You know our fucking thing. Check us out. Follow us. Sponsor us. Love us.
Yes, all of the above and so much more.
What was our T-shirt thing? Because we just came out with a new design.
That would be TeePublic. You
It's
can find
the
us on
Nerdy
TeePublic.
Viking.
Or, again, if you click the link, that'll be in the description at the very top. It'll have it to the podcast, of course, the Teespring, the TeePublic, which is the one that has the new design, and anything else you want.
Yeah, just fucking go on there, support us. If you guys love us as much as you say you love us,
Rate us.
Prove it.
Rate us on Apple Podcasts, please.
prove it.
We
Prove
love
it.
you.
Leave a comment. Love me.
Yes.
Bye.